Burnished Rod. Of course, we had the BF Sword over here. There's a BF Sword. I don't know. I feel like we're probably ahead in money. We do have the extra tower, so we are slightly ahead in kills as well. In fact, that's only the second turret they've taken down for us. We've got 3. I don't know. It's pretty close. Maybe they're all buying big items now. Bilgewater Cutlass. There we go. There's the BF Sword on Ash. Okay. That's a pretty big power jump. And you can see it's a low-level game because, like, have we gone for Dragon at all this game? Maybe there was one that I missed, but I don't feel like it is. And really, Warwick should have been, like, hammering at that as often as possible. There should have been a big fight, a big contention point the entire game. In the pro-level games, you see Dragon dead permanently. If he's up for longer than 10 seconds, it's because they're having a big team fight right outside. It's a slight exaggeration, but not much of one. Oh, hello, Jarvan. Kaboom. And... oh, I think I actually pulled him out of Warwick's ult. I think that was an unnecessary ult on his part, though. Mundo may be able to get away. A little blonde juking around here. Mundo is tough. He is hard to kill, but he doesn't really have a great role, I find. Like, you know... I mean, he's tanky, but... to call him a tank is kind of an error. He pokes a lot. I don't know. He doesn't have a real CC. I guess he can push using his aura. He's always hard to place, and I think that's why he's not generally considered to be a very high tier hero. Nice kill there. Nice kill. 5-on-1. The easiest kill in the game that's ever happened. Ooh, a little bit of vision there. They can interrupt his blue pill. Looks like no. Almost, though. I think I'm going to go down here and get some free farm. God, I love that ult. Once you can start one-shotting the caster minions, is great. And if you ever go with an AP Blitzcrank build, it's awesome. I mean, this is a 25-second cooldown right now with no cooldown reduction items at all. You can farm, like, every wave, more or less, with your ultimate, with a little bit of reduction, and the fact that with a little bit of AP, you're going to be killing everything. Very enjoyable. Am I going to pull him? I don't know why I'm playing so passively against Mundo. This is like, oh, he's such a pain in the ass to kill. He's at full hit points right now, mostly. No. Now's the time to go. Come on. There we are. In the miss. But we'll be able to hunt him down here. LeBlanc just ignores him, running by. Like, hey, what's up? That Akali's so annoying. Never know what to do when I'm in there with her, too. I think I ult. I'm like, I guess I'll keep hitting you. I don't know. Another missed grab. Well, Kali's definitely going to go down at this point. What are you going to do? Did I flash do that? I think I did. I think I was worried about her jumping a little too far away, stealthing, using the cover of the tower to get away, but in hindsight, there was really no way of doing that whatsoever. And flash is way, way too valuable. Too high cooldown, too valuable. Keep watching that fight and see what I'm buying. There we go, finally the Frozen Heart completes. That's all I had the money for. Run, Warwick, run! Ooh, can you escape a Master Yi? Is that even possible? Oh, ulting on him. I don't know. I think he should have just run. Like, I appreciate you're thinking, well, I'm not going to get away. I may as well just do something. But you could save your ultimate. Your cooldown's just a little too long. Maybe it's not that long, but... yeah, no, he should have just saved it and accepted his death. Or just kept trying to run. Looks like we're going to lose a tower up here. I don't believe we have a teleport on our team. Looks like no. Whether to include one is always a tough decision. Some teams at every level of play like to include one. The problem is it's only situationally useful. It is awfully nice to have when it comes up, but other than that, it's like, oh wow, but yeah, we could have another Ignite or Ghost or Exhaust. Those are all pretty good. Now, there's a limit to how well they stack. Like 3 Ignites, I don't know if you'd want any more than that. Because if you imagine, assuming you're an organized team, there's going to be a lot of team fights. Then you can't stack multiple Ignites on one person, as far as I know. So you have to be really coordinated to sort of spread them out, use them appropriately, or only use one at a time. And I think that's beyond most teams. Same thing with Exhaust. So mixing it up is good. I do hate the fact that unless I'm playing a pure support, there's not going to be a clairvoyance on the team, because I think clairvoyance is so important. Where did that arrow come from? There's the team. Okay, you're supposed to keep running after you teleport. Whoa, juked! Silence, but I think you're in trouble unless you can keep teleporting away. It is hard to kill Kassadin. And that's the thing with him. Kassadin, I'm going to say that in general, a lot of his abilities are not necessarily that strong. What makes him so strong is that he's so incredibly hard to kill. And then he can just kind of keep getting farmed up without dying and never lose momentum, and also never feed gold to the enemy team. If you're good enough, you should avoid dying with Kassadin almost all the time. And if you've gotten any sort of early kills, then you're just going to snowball like crazy, because they'll never be able to stop you. That's actually one of the same problems with Master Yi. I don't think he's the strongest of carries, but if you can properly just not die with him, then you're going to be going awesome. You know, you'll never give up the gold from your kill streak. You're not going to feed the other team because you can just keep running away from everything. And that's what it's more about. It's not like you lose anything from being dead, except for a little bit of downtime where you're not farming, I suppose, that comes up. But it's a way of denying the enemy team some gold. I imagine that an enemy team with Kassadin and LeBlanc and Master Yi, like, that would be so frustrating. I don't know how well that would do as a comp, but it would be really annoying. Mundo's kind of in there too, because his ultimate allows him to run faster and heal, and he can be pretty tough to kill that way. And he synergizes well with just a lot of health, which again makes a big difference at lower levels of play. Because while there's a limit to how handy health is in high level fights, because that means you're not putting out a lot of damage. In low-level games where people aren't coordinated and they're not single targeting very well, and everyone's spreading out their damage, it can mean with enough hit points on a team, everyone walks away with the fight with a quarter of their hit points left and no one's died. That makes a big, big difference. And I find, and it applies to everyone. Whereas in higher levels of play, you'll see the carries be really squishy glass cannons, but that's because they know exactly how to get in and out of a fight, get in and out of an encounter all the time. And that's the survival. That's the trick. That's survival. That's what I'm talking about with Master Yi and with Kassadin, and they just have a larger window of doing that. There's an example of someone failing to do that. Report Yi, please. Well, he's been fine. He's level 12, but he's not AFK. I don't know what they're reporting each other for at this point. Oh, the weak trash talk. That's 33-18. I feel like we've got it pretty much in the bag at this point, and I'm surprised there's no surrender vote. But if they want to keep playing, I'm okay with that, because at this point it's been a fun game. We've got total map control, but you can see that we're not actually taking advantage of it to accomplish anything at all. And here I think I'm just harassing. There's not much I can do by myself, although LeBlanc is close. And yeah, I'm not going to be killing Mundo, so I'm just playing distraction. Oh, there we go. LeBlanc getting a nice kill there. And she's another one who's hard to kill with her decoy, her little teleport and everything. And that's one of the reasons she's so good. And I guess it does come down to having escape mechanisms is something critical. And I do like to play characters who've... Actually, I don't personally need an escape mechanism per se, but I do like CC, which I can use as an escape mechanism. Get the hell out of there just in time. Janna, she's one of my favorite characters for that. Again, she doesn't have an escape mechanism necessarily, but her tornado is good enough CC that she can avoid a lot of trouble very quickly. And then bubbling herself and just generally being kind of a low priority target. I mean, what are you gonna, you're going to focus fire Janna first in the fight? No, I don't think so. But again, it snowballs. You avoid feeding the team the kills, while at the same time protecting your own teammates. You do have the higher mobility, is very good. And so the bad characters tend to be the ones that don't have anything in the way of CC or another type of escape. Ah, poor LeBlanc. That seems a little... Oh! Thought the arrow was going to do him in, but apparently it didn't matter. I guess he really, really, really wanted that kill. I'm grabbing some jungle creeps because other people aren't doing a good job of cleaning up. Looks like there's going to be a big push coming up top. I wonder if I would have done better this game with a teleport instead of an ignite. Being able to teleport up here and just kill these groups like that, oh, so tasty. There's no better feeling than that. It's probably not worthwhile. I'm not sure if my ignite's gotten a kill directly or not. It might have helped though. Oh, we're going to try to save Cassidon here. He's got plenty of mana. I should be able to keep teleporting away. He likes to play it really, really close. We have to get out of here. We're surrounded. Did you not see there were people over here? I guess they're playing scared of us. We're feeling a little overconfident because of that, but I really shouldn't have done that. There's only 2 of us here. Potentially their entire team was here. So, I think this is a fast forward. Barely. I think there's a hotkey for it too, but I'm not sure what it is. No, doesn't seem to do anything. That's a shame. Oh, that's the problem. I was on normal play. There we are. I see. Can we go up to 3 dots? Nice. We'll just fast forward through some of the action here because we are basically done. I don't have much in the way of strategy to talk about anymore. Although it looks like we finally tried to go after a dragon. It didn't really pay off. So we're just going to fast forward this to the end. Oh, were they thinking about going after the Baron? That seems extremely risky. Now, there is not a complete team here, although Pantheon does hop in there and get a kill for his efforts. Here we go. The hero is going to come in and be way too late. Wow, just one after another. Feeding, feeding, feeding. Oh! Is he going to escape? I don't think it's possible for him to do that. Not that... There we go. Not with the teleport and range spellcasting. It's just not going to happen. Okay, they can take down this tower. Ah, 1, 2, 3. I can use these keys. Can I pause? Oh, I can pause too. Lovely. So I'm going to have to remember these hotkeys for later. So I'm just farming bot because why not? And... ooh, a nice stun on Pantheon there. And they do drop him. In fact, I think we may lose some other characters here. Because these slows are just too much to deal with. Oh, got Mundo. That's a pretty good sign. And I think he should be okay, assuming he's got any mana, and he does. Come on, just chain your teleports. And make sure to start moving again right after you teleport. Here I am, just farming, because why not? That's the thing to do. I finished Trinity Force, so actually my auto attacks do pretty good damage now. And when I crit, if I can crit on an E, it's quite notable. Another Ignite there that probably didn't really do anything. Although I suppose if she had used a heal or something, it would have been bad for me. Hate how my view changes every time I use a blue pill. Oh, good flash there, just getting out of that circle. And it looks like he's going to be able to escape. Warwicks are pretty tough. And they tend to synergize pretty well with a relatively tanky build, which makes them a pretty good initiator later on, because they can use their ult to ult in on someone, and then they're tough enough to just soak that damage, especially with their lifesteal. This Cassidon, what's your score? Well, you got lots of kills, but way more deaths than you should as a Cass. Way more deaths. Looks like we're going to push up top. Oh, hello, Master Yi. You're a little overextended. And blind grab. Oh, what the heck was that? Apparently I didn't need to try the grab, but God, that's so frustrating. I should have grabbed them a little sooner. It's hard to figure out, because once you start your grab, you stop moving. So if someone's running away from you, there's a decent chance for them to be able to escape. Should be able to knock down this tower pretty easily. And can we get the inhibitor? There's actually a naked inhib up top. Looks like they're not going to be able to stop anything. I remember now, but between Pantheon and Warwick, the auto attack damage is huge. And in fact, with my Trinity Force, I don't do too badly either. So we're able to blow through all those towers really fast. Pull back here, loop around, either go for the Baron or swing all the way to the top. Looks like swing all the way to the top is what I'm going to do. While everyone just runs away, I figure I can auto attack this thing easily enough. And yeah, I think at this point I realize, okay, I don't do quite as much damage as I'd hoped. It does help when I have my E's up, because it does bonus damage, but also procs my Trinity Force. but should be able to get that. So they, at some point, got the Baron. I remember being quite surprised at that. Like, when did they find time to do that? How did we let them have the Baron? I suppose that might have been when we were doing a big push bottom. I didn't really notice the timing this time either, because I wasn't remembering that. But it hasn't seemed to do much for them. Although, you guys should back up. You're about to die. A couple of stray daggers, or cleavers rather, and you'd be in big, big trouble. What am I shopping for at this point? The Madrid's Razors. Yeah, they did seem to have a fair number of HPs. I was mostly thinking about Mundo here, and I figured, oh, the Blood Razor would be a decent idea. What else do they have? They have not that much hit point-wise, actually. If I were ignoring Mundo, none of these people have a lot of hit points, so actually the Blood Razor was not the ideal item. It's never a bad item, but there probably could have been something else more cost-effective that I could have taken. Yeah, see, finally I clue in. They got Baron. Boy, I'm good at paying attention. Fast forward a whole bunch. Just watching the minimap. A little bit of a jungle invasion over here. I want your minions. Sure, we're going to team fight. I may as well use my ultimate now, as opposed to saving it for the team fight. It is short. Like, as a Blitz, you are just used to using it all the time. Why am I not in the middle of things here? Ah, stupid Banshee's Veil. I hate your hand gets like hung up on it. It looks like you're attached in a really weird and annoying way. So we push that. I think I'm going to be going for the tower. Gotta be a little bit careful here, Cassidy. You haven't been showing your ability to survive very well. A little overextended. Warwick. Meanwhile, we're just going to push mid. There's very little they can do at this point, to be honest, because with 2 towers down... Oh, I remember that! It's like trying to blink over the wall and didn't get quite far enough, and it kept me right in the path of the arrow. It was a good idea. But the idea being, with getting the towers down, I thought, there's really not much they're going to be able to do to get out of the base. If we can get the 3rd tower down, I mean, it's already GG. I don't know if I've ever seen... Well, no, I have seen people come back from 2 inhibitors down, but it's really, really uncommon. It's really uncommon. If you get the 3rd, I don't think there's ever been any come back to that. Because the problem is at this point, like, you've just got this pressure on your base constantly. Now the towers are down, what are you going to do? You have to babysit your Nexus nonstop. We've got the whole map control. We could go and get Baron ourselves, assuming he was up, which he won't be quite yet. What am I building next with this pickaxe? I wonder. Oops, wrong button. Attack, damage, pickaxe. Oh, right, I gotta finish the Blood Razor. That's true. Another good build is anything that you can do to increase your attack damage and crit is really nice, because then you get some really incredible power fists, especially when you've got your Sheen acting as a damage multiplier as well. The burst on a crit is just so unpredictable, and it can throw people off the game completely. Of course, just, you know, ignoring the crit and having good base attack damage is fine, too. There's nothing wrong with that. There we go. Ceres inhib is down. One is going to pop back up. There's nothing we can do. We'll just fast forward through to the end some more. If anyone wants to know about the items, here's where you can look at it. High scoring games. God, this is so typical of low elo. This is not ranked play either. This was a normal queue. And it looks like they're actually doing a fine job fighting back and winning some of these fights that they really shouldn't win. We shouldn't let them be winning these fights, but it's a moot point at this point. Like, I think they're about to lose their Nexus. Like, what are you going to do? How do they survive all that damage? And get a double kill. Go me. Juke! Oof! And more. I think even if he hit me with a cleaver now, which he has failed, I don't think he'd be able to finish me off. Yeah, I don't see what they can do at this point. It's just GG. Done. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this commentary. Of course, everything is incredibly newbie, but awfully fun. I do love me some Blitzcrank, and if you're not a Blitzcrank player, give him a chance. He's so much fun. The better you are, the more you can abuse him, up until the point where your opposition gets half decent. And, you know, properly stay out of the range of your grabs and get things to counter you, and then he sort of falls off a little bit. But even then, I have seen him in high-level pro games, so there's some hope. Anyway, that is it. I will see you guys next time.